Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another Real Madrid preview. This is the preview to Real Madrid against Milan in the Champions League, match day 4 of the Champions League. It is a very big game, not just because of the history and the stature of these two clubs and you know what it means for a big Real Madrid Milan game in the Champions League, which hasn't happened since 2010. And obviously, that's because in the early slash mid 2010s, Milan were going through this rough patch of period, and then in the last couple of years they've been back, but we haven't been lucky enough to play them, and at last we have gotten AC Milan. Now look, Real Madrid in the Champions League this season, 2 wins at home, 1 loss away. The home form has been vital in the Champions League, and we need to keep that up. We need to go out there and play like we mean it. Now, we have had a couple of days now to rest. Obviously, with the Valencia game cancelled and postponed, it's had given some more time to prepare for this game. So there should be no excuses whatsoever that the players go out there and win, especially when Milan did play over the weekend, and it's at home, it's at the Bernabeu, and to be fair, Milan haven't been playing that well. They're currently 7th in the Serie A. They are 8 points off the lead, and they just don't look like they have been playing particularly well recently. And I do think that Real Madrid have to capitalize, because if you look at the next couple of games, Liverpool away will be the next game in the Champions League. Yeah. And then you've got Atalanta away in the Champions League. So you have to win this game and bring yourself closer to the top, because Real Madrid currently are 12th in the Champions League. Same amount of points as 11th place Dortmund and 10th place Barcelona. And considering that Liverpool play Bayer Leverkusen, one of, if not both teams, will drop points. And then some of the other teams, could drop some points as well. Top 8 could well be possible. I mean, Inter Milan play Arsenal. Again, one of, if not both teams, could drop points, and these teams are in the top 10. So the closer you can get to the top 8, the better. Obviously, you just need to be in the top 8 to qualify for the next one automatically. But obviously, it's only been for 3 games. It's gonna be match day 4, and yeah, it's gonna be a really, really good game. I think this is definitely the game that I'll be watching, because obviously it's Real Madrid, but Real Madrid, AC Milan, 2 big clubs, historic clubs. The history, everything, it's incredible, really. But as I said earlier on, AC Milan currently 7th in the league. They are not playing particularly well. I think their fans are not really happy with Paulo Fonseca and how his team has been playing. Their last game was away to Monza, which they won narrowly, but still a win. Their last Champions League game was at home. They beat Club Brugge, their only win in the Champions League so far. And they lost away to Fiorentina. They lost away to Bayer Leverkusen narrowly. They lost at home to Liverpool as well. They drew away to Lazio if we go back to September. So they're away from. They lost away to Parma as well, by the way. That was just embarrassing, really. But I think that personally, it's not trying to underestimate them, but I don't get that kind of vibe that they will come with the kind of firepower that will threaten Real Madrid a lot. And I'm not saying that as if they can't win or they can't get a result like a draw, but I don't get that hungerness, right? Um, for Milan, that they are here to win, they're here to play, because things haven't been going well and there have been tensions. Rafael Leao, um, apparently he has had you know tensions with Paulo Fonseca, and he's been put on the bench. I think he will start though, and he's one of the players I'll be looking at and looking out for, because we know what a player Rafael Leao can be when he's at his peak, right? They've also got some other good players. Obviously, they've got Tammy Abraham, Pulisic. Um, who else do they have? Chukwueze. I mean, I remember playing against Chukwueze at Villarreal, and he was like unplayable. Okafor. They've obviously got defensively Tomori, Magnon as well. But I left a couple of players out there because it is a return for Morata, Theo Hernandez, and Luka Jovic, as well as for Brahim Diaz. But I'm looking at this these three players: Morata, Hernandez, and Luka Jovic. Now look, I doubt they will probably start both their strikers. I mean, they've got a couple of good strikers. Morata, Tammy Abraham, Luka Jovic. I don't think all three will get involved, so we might not see maybe Luka Jovic play, but certainly Morata and Theo Hernandez will be involved, I believe. And look, all three of those players, it's a weird one, isn't it? Because Hernandez left early into his career. He never really got the chance, and we go back times and say, look, we shouldn't have sold Hernandez, but at the time, it probably made sense to, right? And then Morata, look, he's a very interesting player. He's obviously made a meme out of from everyone, but look, on his day, he can be a very good player. He can be a very good striker, and he's just been everywhere, hasn't he? He's just been everywhere. I mean, Real Madrid, Chelsea, Atletico Madrid, Juventus, AC Milan. He's been everywhere, and I think he could pose a threat, but I don't know. And then Luka Jovic, look, we were all excited for Luka Jovic when he joined with Eden Hazard, and look at where both of them are now. And Luka Jovic, he left. Didn't he go to Fiorentina? Was it Fiorentina that he left to? Before Milan? It was, wasn't it? Yep. He left for Fiorentina before Milan. And yeah, he's a good player, but I don't see any of those being a big threat. Probably Rafael Leao, as I said. Maybe Chukwueze, Yunus Musa as well, Theo Hernandez. They've got some good players, but I think that certainly it's a winnable game. Back to Real Madrid. My starting 11, simple. Courtois is not back, so you go with Lunin. The back four, I think that Mendy, Rudiger, Militao, Lucas Vazquez makes more sense. Although, could Fran Garcia start? He could. But I think up against Chukwueze, it will be quite tough for him defensively as well. In the midfield, look, he could go. Ancelotti could go with Camavinga, but I would say Tchouaméni, and I'll probably say Valverde and Bellingham as well. I think they will definitely start. Um, but Camavinga could start. Obviously, I think Camavinga was the only player after El Clasico that could have left with his head held high. Really. And in the front three, look, Vini, Mbappe, and Rodrigo is back. We need these three to start gelling in. We need it right now because look, you're in November, 3 months into the season, and it's the same story, hasn't it been? And look, Mbappe has had glimpses of good performances and good games, and so has Vini this season. But we know they're better than what they have been by miles. So prove it to us. Show us that you are that player, that you are the man, to be the main man. Score prediction to end off. Optimistic, maybe. Blind faith, maybe. I'm gonna go Real Madrid 3, AC Milan 1. But let me know what your thoughts are down below. Hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Hit the notification, subscribe to the channel on already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.